This is a public service.
This is a public service.
Well, you better listen, my sisters and brothers, because if you do, you can hear there are voices still calling across the years, and they're all crying across the ocean, and they're crying across the land, and they will till we all come to understand. None of us are free. None of us are free. None of us are free. One of us are chained. None of us are free. And there are people still in darkness, and they just can't see the light. If you don't say it's wrong, then that says it's right. We got to try to feel for each other. Let our brothers know that we care. Got to get the message, send it out loud and clear. None of us are free. None of us are free. None of us are free. One of us are chained. None of us are free. Now I swear your salvation isn't too hard to find. None of us can find it on our own. We got to join together in spirit, heart, and mind, so that every soul who's suffering will know that we're not alone. Oh, none of us are free. None of us are free, y'all. None of us are free. One of us are chained. None of us are free. If you just look around you, you're gonna see what I say. 'Cause the world is getting smaller each passing day. Now it's time to start making changes, and it's time for us all to realize that the truth is shining bright right before our eyes. None of us are free. None of us are free. None of us are free. And one of us is chained. None of us are free. Oh, none of us are free. Oh, my. None of us are free. No, none of us are free. One of us is chained. One of us are free. None of us are free. None of us are free. None of us are free. The one of us is chained. None of us are free. None of us are free. None of us are free. No. None of us are free. One of us is chained. Oh, Lord. None of us are free. Oh, Lord. None of us are free. None of us are free. None of us are free. One of us is chained. None of us are free.
We believed that free speech was more important. Now, only two sorts of people oppose free speech, and they are at opposite ends of the scale: snowflakes and totalitarians. Now, Celeste. Celeste said there's nothing wrong with being a snowflake. No, you can be as snowflakish as you like, providing you don't try to impose that on other people. I am offended, upset, insulted at least 30 times a day. Tough. Celeste upset me. Celeste wounded me. Celeste has caused me trauma. She poured scorn on my paso doble. And does she realise that in 15 years' time, I am still going to be traumatised, and I am going to form a movement? Me Too dancers who were insulted in the Oxford Union. Oh, come on. Nobody has the right to live their lives being protected from offence or from insult or from hurt feelings. It is an occupational hazard of living in society. And if you really can't take it, become a hermit. But more seriously, on the opposite end from the snowflakes, poor little darlings, on the opposite end from them are the totalitarians. And that was how Hitler was so successful, because he did not allow any free speech whatever. And if you spoke out against that sickening regime, or indeed against the Soviet Union, 2 minutes more, no, I need at least 5, or spoke out in the Soviet Union, you would end up in prison, if not worse. Totalitarians like to curtail your right to disagree with state orthodoxy. Now, for state orthodoxy, substitute the words social orthodoxy. As exemplified by social media, Twitter, and other such places where people decide what is and what is not acceptable. Now, I would love to stand in this union and oppose and argue with and take to pieces a Holocaust denier. But if we say no, we can never have the Holocaust denier because his views are so offensive that he cannot be accorded a platform. Then what happens? That sort of viewpoint is driven underground where it can quite often flourish. And people whisper behind their hands, oh, you know, there's something in what he says, but we're not allowed to hear it. Let's hear it. And by hearing it, we can destroy it. We should also remember that today's heresy can become tomorrow's credo. How fortunate we were that the Wilberforces of this world, the Pankhursts, the Martin Luther Kings, and everybody else who has over time and with massive effort changed society, how grateful we may be that they were not no platforms because it offended the society of their time. Now, I recently was asked if I objected to sharing a platform with somebody who had spoken in favour of, had not been involved in, but had spoken in favour of the IRA. Now, I lost a friend in the Brighton bomb. I missed the Brighton bomb by less than 20 minutes. And I looked at this person and I said, so you wanted to blow me up? And she said, well, I didn't want to do it myself. I do not object to sharing a platform and arguing with her, because by arguing with her, I can expose what is wrong. It is absolutely right that we should allow people, no matter how profoundly we disagree with them. I hate to utter cliches in this august debating hall, but I am going to utter one. that no matter how much we may disagree with somebody, we should defend to the hilt their right to say it. And that is something that I have believed all my life, that you succeed by defeating your opponent, not by wishing him away. You get nowhere by trying not to hear what is being said, not to hear the other arguments. As I said at the beginning, and I do passionately appeal to you tonight, this is not about which side wins. This is about whether the Oxford Union of all bodies will vote in favour of the diminution of free speech. Whether we will agree, and I say we because I'm a life member of this place, whether we will agree that somebody else may decide what we can and can't hear. And just remember this, you may feel virtuous today in what you will not hear, but tomorrow somebody may feel virtuous in not hearing what you have to say. Free speech is for all, not for the privileged few.
And what do we have going on in Pima County? JC, I want to thank you for sending that to me. I didn't even know that it happened, so I want to thank you for that. But this is beyond. I mean, Pima County is beyond what she's talking about. No platforming. We're talking about sitting in jail, no speech.
Shocking new details about Anne Widdecombe's alleged murder in the UK, which emerged overnight. The 78-year-old former British MP, who'd become a national treasure, was at home alone and had just finished doing a television interview. She was eating lunch just after midday when there was an intruder. 28-year-old Joshua Kerry is alleged to have driven more than 340 kilometres from his home to carry out this attack. He allegedly entered through an open door near her kitchen, allegedly struck her in the head with a hammer 21 times, stole her wallet and left. He was in the house for just 2 minutes. Such a violent and shocking murder, allegedly carried out in the space of 120 seconds. She would have been absolutely petrified.
We heard that on the day of her death, Anne Widdecombe was meant to have appeared on an online interview with Channel 5.
So, who was she gunned down by? Some free speech absolutist? Is that who did it? Was it a free speech absolutist that came and did that? No, of course not. Of course not. But, you know, in the story that we're talking about here, the Lane Myers story, we have both ends of the spectrum. We have the snowflakes, which are I'll call them the useful idiots. The useful idiots that just don't like the things that Lane is saying, and that because he's saying them and because they don't like them, well, they're going to help the totalitarians. They're going to help the totalitarians bury the guy. Bear with me for a second. Alright, so let's see who's in charge in Tucson. what do we have here? Tucson, a better Tucson as possible. Did you guys know there was just a shooting in Tucson the other day? Did you guys know that the person that committed the shooting was on probation? But we got to make sure that the guy that is making YouTube videos, we have to make sure that he doesn't talk, that he isn't heard on the internet. We're fighting for a society where everyone has access to housing, healthcare, dignity, and control over their lives. Oh, it's a big tent. How exciting. It's a big tent. Do they have the tents up over here yet? After the shooting?
Tragedy in Tucson. Multiple people are in the hospital tonight after a gunman opened fire on a busy street. At least 10 people were rushed to that hospital in critical condition, including the gunman. That's our top story tonight. Thanks for joining us. I'm Karina Rubio.
And I'm Jason Barry. This all happened around 2 o'clock this morning.
No new update on their condition at this time. Now, this is where the shooting happened, right outside Empire Pizza on Congress Street in the heart of downtown.
There's a lot of people in this area at that time, so it makes sense to have additional police officers in the area.
When those officers heard gunfire, they ran toward it. That's when they found the suspect running away. They gave him commands, but say he ignored them, and that's when an officer shot him.
He's an adult male. He was ultimately transported to an area hospital for his injuries. The last update I have on his condition is that he is life-threatening.
Another way.
So anyway, this guy's on probation. But instead of paying attention to the guy that's actually a threat, the guy that's on probation, that wasn't even probation available, was sentenced to probation. Let's have the probation department. Let's have the resources at the probation department instead of spending their time on the person that is, has a, I don't remember what his prior charge was, but it was something in public with a gun, right? It was being in public with a gun. That was the charge. And he was supposed to do, there we go. Sentencing, he faced a range of 2 to 9 in prison. However, he did not serve time in prison. They didn't send him to prison. Probation available, because let's put the people, let's try to get the person that uses his words, let's get him thrown in jail for the rest of his life. Let's try to kill that person. But the person that actually has malice in their heart and wants to kill people, let's give him probation so we can keep him out on the streets and, have him do this. So again, probation, not paying attention to the right probationer, spending all their time sitting around watching YouTube videos of Lane Myers. Okay, that's a real cool story. I got something from Pima County too. Let me see if I can pull this up. These people, man. These Pima County people. Let's hear their statement. So this is from Laura's office. Pima County Attorney statement on downtown shooting suspect has released the following statement in response. It is believed that the suspect arrested in connection with the mass shooting downtown early Sunday morning had one prior felony conviction when he was 19 years old. Our records check indicates that the individual was charged by our office at the time with a Class 3 felony for firing a weapon during an altercation. He then pled guilty to that aggravated assault. Okay, so aggravated assault with a deadly weapon, probation. Let's try to throw Lane in prison for words because he talks, because he's really under your skin. Really under your skin. At sentencing, he faced a prison range of anywhere from 2 to nearly 9 years in prison. The court's probation department assessed the individual and found him to meet the criteria, even though the law found that he doesn't meet the criteria. Meet the criteria for the sentence of intensive probation. And the judge ordered standard probation. It appears that he was still under supervision in our community without any documented infractions in the court file when Sunday morning incident occurred. So they're spending all their time on Lane Myers instead of paying attention to, I wonder what this guy's social media looks like. You know what I mean? But you know why it's okay? Because this guy is one of the useful idiots. Not in regards to Lane, but I think this guy was, isn't he one of them? I think he's one of them. This is older stuff. All right, well, that's not really any useful stuff. So, all right. I just got that email from JC, and it kind of spoke to me because of, you know, what just happened to her and what's going on with Lane. If you guys have the ability to help Lane out, the link is pinned right there in the comments. Share this around. It's also in the description. If you guys can help out, I would sincerely appreciate it. And until next time, a public service.
Here again, baby. I'm stretched out on my bed, seeing all kinds of crazy notions running through my head. I need a progressive woman, I need an awfully liberal woman. Ain't no reactionary, baby, can't ease my revolutionary mind. One hand is on my pillow, one hand is on my head. I see a million nightmares running round inside my head. I need an anarchistic woman, I need a brick-throwing woman. Ain't no reactionary, baby, can't ease my revolutionary mind. If I could only make you see, babe, how I ache and pain and bleed, I know you'd come a-running if you blistered both your feet. I need a nature-loving woman, I need a social conscious woman. Ain't no reactionary, baby, can't ease my revolutionary mind. If you could see me here, baby, broke out in salty sweat. No matter where you go, I know you never could forget. I need a progressive shipmate, I need a liberous nature lover, I need an open-minded mama to ease my revolutionary mind. I ain't no lumping proletariat, I ain't no petty bourgeoisie, but I'm gonna be a cold corpse if you don't run here to me. I need a weather underground woman, I need a Zapatista woman. Ain't no Fox News watching female can ease my revolutionary mind. Republican or a Democrat or a White Hood Ku Klux Klan, no use to ring my doorbell, cause I'll never be your man. I need a union working woman, I need an Occupy Wall Street woman, I need a Woody Guthrie loving woman to ease my revolutionary, ease my revolutionary, ease my revolutionary mind.
Of the people. The purpose of all interactions is to peacefully promote government accountability and transparency. Please like, share, and subscribe so this message can reach as many people as possible. I implore you to peacefully seek redress to any and all of your grievances. This is a public service.